The town was all abuzz as champions from far corners of the world made their way to what is usually the quiet, small community of Chetwynd. They are here to take part in the 8th annual Chainsaw Carving Competition. This year's event is dubbed the Return of the Champions, and the best of the best are competing.
I've been here every year since the carving competition started. So there's 8 carvings of mine are in town. Chetwynd has one of the best carving competitions I've ever attended.
A considerable amount of practice and skill is required to reach this level of competition. On day 1, within hours, the logs were already taking shape. Each team consists of 1 competitor and 1 assistant.
Each carver is allowed to bring an assistant. What they're allowed to do is light sanding and burning of the wood and keeping the place clean and, helping out the carver in any way, holding pieces, passing them tools, but they're not allowed to physically carve themselves.
The fine craftsmanship is judged on different merits.
So it's all based on 10 points, and we have 7 categories. So it's craftsmanship, the wow factor, use of wood, and their theme.
Originality is important when picking a theme. In 2011, first place champion Chris Foltz returns for the 4th year in a row to compete. Chris likes to challenge himself when choosing a design.
Basically the 3 things that I look for: number 1, that I've never seen it done before in chainsaw carving, something that can be beautiful. In other words, it can have really nice artistic lines. 3rd piece that I look for is something that I'm not sure I can actually get finished.
Chris did finish his masterpiece, taking first place yet again this year.
The piece is titled Fiddlesticks. It's a fiddler crab with a sea urchin.
After only 36 hours and sculptured by chainsaws and a few tools, an 8-foot-long redwood cedar log is brought to life.
Constructing this, I've probably run with about 5 different chainsaws.
90% of my work is done with a chainsaw.
There is amazement in the faces of the spectators.
I think the chainsaw carving competition is fantastic. It's really put Chetwynd on the map.
This 4-day competition winds up on Sunday with a 90-minute speed saw competition. Keep in mind for next year, the sensational event is always held the 2nd weekend of June, but you can always drive through this small town anytime and see the spectacular works of art along the highway and through the streets of town. For Shaw TV in Fort St. John, I'm Diane Townsend.